team, 18 are overseas nurses and 8 are Filipinos, and that doesn't include the 2 we've just hired, you know. So, but there is something about the Filipino personality, you know, that it's just very easy to work with. Very, very easy to work with. So you'll always be welcome. And I wish you all the best for your projects, I really do.
The Philippines is known as the #1 exporter of nurses worldwide. From 2007 to 2011, more than 30,000 aspiring nurses have passed the Philippine Nursing Licensure exam each year. The driving force for this event is the promise of a greener pasture. One of the nations who welcomes Filipino nurses is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
UK now is a home, my second home, and I'd love for people to know UK much better. Working for the NHS, it's a government establishment, and I'd say it's one of the best decisions that I've made in my entire life, because it made me brought up my skills as a nurse, and also made me see the world differently. And the NHS provides good healthcare, quality healthcare to our patients from womb to tomb, and the benefits of it as well. It helps us establish our own growth, personal development. You're just not a nurse here in the UK, you are more than what you are at the moment. You can be something here.
In June of 2020 to June of 2021, it is estimated that at least 20 to 30 Filipino nurses arrive in the UK each month. With the lifting of healthcare worker deployment ban by the Philippines government, this trend of migration will continue. But what does it really mean to leave your country and work as an overseas Filipino worker? OWWA, or the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, is a public organization that handles and assists Filipinos who work abroad by protecting and promoting welfare of OFW and their dependents. One of the key assistants of OWWA is to educate first-time workers on the realities of overseas work. All of this can be learned on what they call PDOS, or Pre-Departure Orientation Seminar. One main concern that is touched on in the seminar is the mental and emotional readiness of someone to leave their country. Most have doubts and fear of living alone, as most Filipinos grew up in an extended household. According to most OFW, the first 6 months is the hardest. They usually get homesick by this time. This is Rogi. He's been here since 2019. According to the article he wrote for the FilipinoUKNurses.com, homesickness is a real hurdle to most OFW. Many find themselves always crying after every video call session, or having sleepless nights every time they see a Facebook post of a friend or a relative.
I was very young when I came to this country. I was only 21. Of course, when you're young and we're not used to be exposed to these kinds of environment, my struggles are I will miss my family a lot, because I'm used to just them next to me or near me, and in that way.
Researchers define homesickness as a state of distress commonly experienced by people who have left their home to be in a new, unfamiliar environment. In the article, Rogi suggested that to avoid homesickness is to have a resolve to be OFW. They need to keep reminding themselves that they will be going abroad for a certain reason, which most commonly is to support their family financially. In addition to this, he wrote that new nurses need to accept that they are in their new home, and they need to plan their lives around it. More often than not, the fear comes from the unknown. In this case, not knowing what to expect in your new home gives you anxiety. Reading about UK's law, tradition, customs, weather, food, religion, and any general information about the UK will help. This lessens any surprises that Filipino nurses will experience when they arrive. One such example is the closing times of shops. Did you know that unlike Philippines, where the shops are open until late at night or open 24 hours, most shops in the UK close at 5 p.m., and only groceries and big shopping centers are open until 10. And even those places close by 4 p.m. on Sundays. UK has 4 weather seasons compared to the Philippines too, and school year starts at September instead of June. These are just examples of the differences one will encounter in coming to the UK.
I think I learned how to love now the fish and chips. I just had fish and chips just earlier. And also, I think I love the jacket potato. I don't know, a lot of people don't like the weather, but I love the weather. I think we're used to very hot climate, so we prefer this time of cold weather. Another thing which I love here is obviously the professionalism at work, and also the culture. Really, I adapted so well with the culture. All my 3 children are born here as well, and so we love to go out as a whole family.
Now that an inspiring OFW nurse has the resolve to work abroad, it is time to make sure you are legally able to work in the UK. In order to practice in the UK, he or she needs to pass 3 exams. One of these tests is an English examination, usually IELTS or OET with the required score. The other 2 tests are computer-based exams, an OSCE, Objective Structured Clinical Examination, which is done when they arrive in the UK. Passing all 3 with all the requirements will make them a registered nurse in the UK under the Nursing Midwifery Council, which will allow you to legally practice as a nurse. The other requirement to work in the UK is a legal contract with an employer. Filipino nurses usually can enter the UK by sponsorship visa, where the employers act as the sponsor. For nurses, these could be the NHS Trust, which are the government-funded hospitals, or an A-listed private healthcare company. The Filipino nurse has the responsibility to read what their contract entails and make sure that it is legal. Change plays a massive role in every person's success story. Embracing change opens an opportunity to improve one's life and career. As an OFW, moving abroad to work is probably the most difficult, but at the same time most fulfilling change you have made. Leaving your family behind, getting out of your comfort zone, adapting to a different place and culture are hurdles Filipino nurses must overcome. It's also a good idea to be mindful. You are now going to a different country, so much different from what you are used to. And always remember that an OFW is a representative of the Philippines